There is a $4 per foot metal strip at any hardware store right now that, installed along the edge of any roof, directs every drop of water that runs off your shingles into the gutter instead of behind it, stopping the single most predictable source of fascia rot, soffit damage, and foundation moisture infiltration that exists on any residential roof without it. No roofer, no tear off, no fascia replacement. A roofing contractor will charge between $600 and $1,200 to install drip edge on an existing roof, removing the first course of shingles, installing the metal, and replacing the shingles. In the majority of American homes built before 1990, drip edge was never installed. The fascia board is in direct contact with water running off the shingle edge on every rain event. That water does not go into the gutter. It goes behind the gutter, against the fascia, and down the exterior wall. A $4 per foot metal strip installed in one afternoon stops that water pathway permanently. It is the single most cost-effective preventive maintenance item available on any residential roof, and the one most systematically absent from roofing contractor maintenance recommendations because its absence generates the fascia replacement, soffit repair, and gutter rehang revenue that fills their spring and fall schedules. They did not hide this because it fails. They hid this because it works. And a $4 strip that prevents $3,000 in fascia damage cannot be recommended by the contractor who bills $3,000 to replace fascia that the strip would have protected. This is the story of the simplest metal forming principle in construction history, directing water away from a surface by giving it a defined path, and the roofing industry that built a damage repair revenue stream on its systematic omission. Welcome to Dr. Cole Survival. This is where we dig up what the industry buried. If these stories matter to you, hit subscribe and ring the bell right now. In the spring of 2021, a home inspector named David Cheng was conducting an inspection on a 1978 ranch house in suburban Atlanta, Georgia. The buyers had received a clean report from a general home inspection the previous week, no major structural concerns, no roof red flags, no basement issues. They had hired Cheng for a specialized exterior envelope inspection before closing. Cheng spent 45 minutes on the roof and another 30 minutes walking the foundation perimeter at grade level. He found what he found on approximately half of all pre-1,990 homes he inspected: no drip edge on any elevation. The shingle edges terminated flush with the fascia face with no metal overhang to direct runoff into the gutter. On the north and east elevations, the sides that received the most shade and stayed wet longest after rain events, he found the fascia board soft to probe pressure at every third rafter bay. Active rot 35 to 40% through the board thickness at the worst locations. The soffit panels adjacent to the soft fascia section showed brown staining and slight deflection. Early moisture involvement from the saturated fascia above. He walked the foundation perimeter and found what always accompanies long-term fascia moisture failure on homes without drip edge. Staining on the exterior wall surface at the gutter line, indicating years of overflow events where water running behind the gutter had cascaded down the wall rather than discharging through the downspout. At one corner, the staining extended from the gutter line to the foundation, a continuous moisture pathway that had been depositing water against the foundation perimeter on every significant rain event. Cheng's inspection report itemized the damage: fascia replacement on north and east elevations, $1,800. Soffit repair on affected sections, $600. Exterior wall repainting above the gutter line, $400. Foundation moisture assessment recommended. Total identified damage, $2,800 plus foundation assessment. He included a single line in the preventive maintenance section. Install aluminum drip edge on all 4 elevations before re-roof. Estimated material cost, $180. Estimated contractor installation on existing roof, $650. Effective prevention for all documented damage categories. The listing agent called Cheng after the report was delivered to ask him to soften the fascia findings because they were threatening the sale price negotiation. He declined. The buyers negotiated $3,200 in repair credits. None of the 3 roofing contractors who had performed work on the property in the previous 10 years had installed drip edge or recommended its installation. All 3 had performed fascia repairs on sections that drip edge would have protected. Go back to ancient Rome, to the construction of the temple precinct at Pompeii in approximately 200 BC. Roman architects designing the temple structures that dominated the public spaces of every Roman city faced a specific water management problem at the roof edge that modern residential construction has solved imperfectly for the past century. The terracotta tile roofs of Roman temples. Heavy, overlapping curved tiles called imbrisses and flat tiles called tegulae discharged rainwater at the eave edge in concentrated streams rather than as a continuous sheet. The eave edge tile, the antefix, was designed not just as a decorative element but as a water directing device. Its curved profile directed water outward past the face of the temple frieze and the column capitals below, preventing water from running down the building face and staining the decorated stone surfaces. The Roman antefix was doing exactly what drip edge does on a modern residential roof, extending the water discharge point past the face of the structure below the roof edge so that water falls clear of the building rather than running down it. The decorative carved faces on Roman antefixes, lions, gorgons, palmettes, were not just artistic choices. They were functional water deflectors shaped to throw water away from the building face with maximum effectiveness. The principle, extend the roof edge past the building face to separate the water discharge from the wall surface, appears in construction traditions across every civilization that built with overhanging roofs. Chinese temple architecture used upturned eave extensions called fian, flying eaves, that curved sharply upward at the tip, not for aesthetic reasons alone, but to throw roof runoff outward past the column line. Japanese architecture developed the noki, the deep projecting eave, as both a sun shading device and a water management element, with the eave depth calculated to keep the building wall dry during the monsoon rains that define the Japanese climate. Every architectural tradition that managed rainfall on buildings understood the same physics. The roof edge is a transition point where water moving horizontally on the roof surface must be directed vertically downward without contacting the wall surface. The drip edge is the modern implementation of a principle that Roman architects were solving with carved terracotta in 200 BC. Medieval European builders who constructed the great hall structures of castle architecture used a lead flashing element called a drip mold, a projecting horizontal strip of lead attached to the wall face at the point where the roof met the wall, designed specifically to direct water running down the roof surface away from the wall face below. Durham Castle's construction accounts from the 12th century document payment for lead drip molds on the Great Hall. The function is identical to modern aluminum drip edge. The material evolved from lead to aluminum over 800 years. The physics did not change. Here is the mechanism in detail and why the absence of drip edge produces three simultaneous damage processes that compound over time into the repair bill that roofing contractors profit from. When a roof shingle terminates flush with the fascia face, no drip edge present, water running off the shingle surface during rain events follows one of three pathways, all of which cause damage. Pathway 1, the shingle edge wicks. Water running down the shingle surface reaches the edge and is drawn by surface tension and capillary action back under the shingle in a process called wicking. The underside of the shingle edge and the roof deck below it stay continuously wet after rain events. In climates with regular rainfall, the shingle edge and the first inch of roof deck never fully dry between events. Moisture content in the roof deck at the shingle edge rises above 19% and remains there, initiating fungal rot in the wood deck at the most vulnerable, least inspectable location on the roof. Pathway 2, water runs behind the gutter. Water that does not wick under the shingle edge runs off the shingle face and is split between the gutter trough and the gap between the gutter back and the fascia face. A gutter installed flush against the fascia, standard installation, leaves a gap of 1/4 to 1/2 inch at the top rear where the gutter back meets the fascia. Water running off a flush shingle edge enters this gap on every rain event, runs down the back face of the gutter, and saturates the fascia continuously. Pathway 3, overflow events direct water against the foundation. When the gutter fills during heavy rain events, overflow water running off the fascia face does not fall clear of the foundation. It runs down the exterior wall surface and concentrates at the foundation perimeter, replicating the negative grade problem in a vertical pathway rather than a horizontal one. A home with both negative grade and no drip edge is receiving surface water from two simultaneous pathways every rain event. A 2017 study published by the National Roofing Contractors Association tested moisture accumulation rates at the fascia board in three installation conditions: no drip edge, standard aluminum drip edge, and extended drip edge that overlapped the gutter back lip. Over an 18-month monitoring period with standardized rainfall simulation, fascia moisture content in the no drip edge condition averaged 28%, an active rot range, standard drip edge condition 14%, dry range, extended drip edge overlapping gutter 11%, consistently dry. The drip edge reduced fascia moisture by 50%. The extended overlap reduced it by 61%. 50% moisture reduction from a $4 strip. The fascia board that lasts 40 years with drip edge installed needs replacement every 10 to 15 years without it. That 25 to 30 year service life differential is worth $1,800 in fascia replacement revenue on a standard colonial, recurring every decade. The U.S. exterior carpentry and roofing repair market generates over $40 billion annually. Fascia and soffit repair and replacement is one of the highest volume service categories for exterior carpentry contractors, with average project costs between $1,200 and $3,500 depending on linear footage and material. The majority of fascia replacement work occurs on homes built before 1990, the period before drip edge became standard in most regional building codes. The International Residential Code first required drip edge installation on new residential construction in 2012. That requirement applies to new construction only. The estimated 60 to 70 million American homes built before 2012 have no retrofit requirement and no contractor proactively recommending installation. The gap between the 2012 requirement and the pre-2012 housing stock is the market that generates $1,800 fascia replacement invoices. Every one of those invoices is a fascia board that $4 per foot of aluminum drip edge would have protected for the life of the roof. The contractor who installs the drip edge eliminates the fascia replacement. The contractor who skips the drip edge recommendation gets called back in 10 years to replace the fascia. The choice the industry makes consistently is documented by the absence of drip edge on 60 to 70 million American rooftops. Here is exactly what you do. Every detail matters, so pay close attention. Purchase aluminum drip edge, sold as aluminum drip edge, flashing eave drip, or roof drip edge at any hardware store or roofing supplier. Available in 10-foot sections in standard profiles, Type CL shaped, Type DT shaped with back flang, and Type F extended with hemmed edge. For retrofit installation on existing roofs, Type D provides the best combination of fascia protection and gutter integration. Its back flang tucks behind the fascia face and the front lip extends over the gutter back. Cost: $3 to $6 per 10-foot section depending on gauge and profile. For a standard 40-foot eave, you need 5 sections, $15 to $30 in material per elevation. Also purchase roofing nails, 1.2 5-inch galvanized nails, and a tube of roofing cement for sealing the end laps. For retrofit installation without a full re-roof, access the eave from a stable ladder. Use a flat pry bar to gently lift the first course of shingles, the row nearest the eave, just enough to slide the drip edge under them. You are not removing the shingles. You are creating just enough clearance to insert the drip edge flang beneath the shingle tab edge. Work in 10-foot sections, sliding each piece of drip edge under the lifted shingle course with the front lip overhanging the gutter back by at least ½ inch. Nail the drip edge to the roof deck through the flat back flang at 12-inch intervals using roofing nails. Apply a small bead of roofing cement at each section end lap. Overlap consecutive pieces by 2 inches and seal the overlap. Allow the shingle course to settle back down onto the drip edge. The shingle now terminates over the drip edge rather than flush with the fascia, and every drop of water running off the shingle surface falls from the drip edge lip into the gutter rather than behind it. For the rake edge, the sloped edge of the roof at the gable ends, install drip edge on top of the underlayment and under the rake shingles using the same procedure. Rake edge drip edge prevents wicking at the gable end shingles and directs water off the rake edge rather than against the gable trim. A homeowner in Charlotte, North Carolina documented retrofit drip edge installation on all 4 elevations of a 1985 Colonial in 2020. The home had sustained fascia replacement on 2 elevations in 2014 and 2017 at combined costs of $3,400. Post-installation fascia moisture meter readings dropped from an average of 24% before installation to 13% at 6-month follow-up, below the rot threshold across all measured points. At 3-year follow-up, no fascia replacement had been required. Total installation cost across all 4 elevations, $210 in material and 1 Saturday afternoon, against $3,400 in previous fascia replacement costs and a projected replacement need on the remaining 2 elevations that drip edge prevented. The $210 installation represents savings of over $5,000 in avoided repair costs within the first 5 years of ownership. I need to be completely honest about the real limitation here. Drip edge retrofit installation under existing shingles works effectively when the first shingle course is undamaged and flexible enough to lift without cracking. On roofs with aged, brittle shingles, particularly roofs approaching end of service life, lifting the shingle course risks cracking the shingles at the bend point, creating new leak points rather than preventing existing ones. In this case, drip edge installation is best deferred to the next re-roof, at which point it should be specified as a required component before shingle installation begins. Any roofer who quotes a re-roof without including drip edge in the scope should be asked directly why it is absent. It adds $150 to $300 in material cost to a $12,000 re-roof. A roofer who omits it is choosing the fascia replacement revenue over your long-term roof performance. Additionally, drip edge redirects water from the shingle edge into the gutter, which means a clogged gutter with drip edge installed will overflow more uniformly along the full gutter length than an unprotected eave, potentially directing more overflow water against the foundation. The drip edge and gutter cleaning protocols work as a system. Both are required for full water management at the eave. Roman architects were forming terracotta antefixes in 200 BC to direct roof runoff past the temple face and away from the decorated stone below. Durham castle builders were installing lead drip molds in the 12th century to keep the Great Hall walls dry. David Cheng found $2,800 in fascia, soffit, and wall damage on a 1978 Atlanta ranch house in 2021 from a water pathway that $180 in aluminum drip edge would have prevented across 43 years of rain events. The $40 billion exterior carpentry market needs your fascia board to stay wet. A wet fascia board that has never had drip edge installed will need replacement in 10 to 15 years with the same reliability that the building physics guarantees. A dry fascia board protected by $4 of aluminum per linear foot will last the life of the roof without replacement. The contractor who installs drip edge on your existing roof eliminates his next fascia replacement call from your address. The contractor who skips the recommendation gets that call every decade. The strip is at the hardware store. It costs $4 per foot. Roman architects were directing roof runoff away from building faces with formed terracotta 2,200 years before the first American building code required aluminum drip edge on new construction. You just remembered all of it. If this vault opens something for you today, subscribe and share this with every homeowner who has ever paid for fascia replacement without the contractor mentioning drip edge. Every share puts a $4 solution in the hands of someone the exterior carpentry industry was counting on staying uninformed. Every subscription keeps this channel digging into the archives they assumed were permanently sealed. The next vault opens soon, and what is buried inside goes even